Welcome back to the Bullion World Cup. I'm your host, and if you thought the stadium was loud last week, you haven't heard anything yet. We are officially past the midway point of the group stages, and the leaderboard is absolutely scorching. Week 1 gave us the legends of Asia, the top 3 contenders being the Chinese Panda, the Bhutan Lunar Rabbit, and the Korean Phoenix. Week 2 brought us the tropical heat of the Caribbean with the Cayman Islands Marlin, the Barbados Trident, and yes, the British Virgin Islands Pegasus being our top 3 candidates. And last week, a literal clash of titans in North America, where the Mexican Libertad, American Silver Eagle, and the Canadian Thunderbird Maple went absolute toe-to-toe in the comments section. The votes are being locked in, fans are roaring, and the brackets are tighter than ever. But today we are leaving the modern mints of the West behind and journeying to a continent rich in raw treasure, wildlife icons, and centuries of wealth. Welcome to Group D, the African Safari. To remind you, we are traversing the globe to crown one ultimate champion from 7 elite regions. We have Asia, the Caribbean, North America, today Africa, Europe, Australia and friends, the Pacific Island nations. Those are our groups. When it comes to the African continent, we aren't just looking at ordinary coins. We are looking at the birthplace of many modern bullion ideas, home to some of the most historically significant and visibly stunning designs ever to grace a coin capsule. From the majestic plains of South Africa and the Krugerrand to the ancient banks of Somalia, the choices are vast. Many incredible sovereign-backed 1-ounce coins stepped onto the qualifying round, but who will emerge with the top of the African nations? The stage is set, the silver is polished, and just like every week before, the ultimate whistle is blown by you. I will pick 3 contenders that I think are amazing and worth consideration, but your comments will crown the African group champion and send them straight to the knockout rounds. Will the classic legends dominate the field, or are we about to witness an absolute underdog stunner? Drop your votes, smash that subscribe button, let's meet the contenders, and remember, when you comment below, you're just going to tell me which one you think is best of the 3, and that'll be your ballot. We have to also understand that we are talking about bullion coins. That means they are 999 fine, which means things like this from Liberia, Africa, which is a beautiful coin with all regards, cannot qualify because this is a sterling silver, a 925 product. A lot of the Franklin Mint products are, so we have to disqualify Liberia on behalf of that. And it also means that beautiful pieces like this from Chad, which is in Africa, also have to be taken off the list. Know also that this coin right here, this Julius Caesar coin, is nominated for a Coin of the Year from the World Numismatic Association, so let's see if this coin comes out on top. Very, very cool coin from the Spectres Mint, but it is disqualified because it is more than 1 ounce. This is the battle for 2 ounces at the moment. So let's go ahead and get started in no particular order. I'll start here. One thing about Africa is that their coat of arms are absolutely stunning. They have the most unique and cool coat of arms I think of anywhere in the world. Europe probably number 2. Here we have the Democratic Republic of Congo, as you can see here, with the elephant tusk, the spear, the leopard, all well and good there. This is a Parasaurolophus. They have done a dinosaur series, which I absolutely love. That is my favorite dinosaur growing up, still is today. Really cool hadrosaur there. Lived a long time ago, as you know. So that is coin 1 for consideration from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Here's another one, as you see, same coat of arms, Democratic Republic of Congo. And we have here the Dunkleosteus. This is from the Devonian period, so kind of the period where tetrapods started to get along the shoreline and start to come out and create what we know today as land-based creatures. This would not have been a creature you would want to see in real life. Armor-plated everything, including eyes, with a really, really sharp mouth that would just snap things in half. But that is the Dunkleosteus. Here we are next. Democratic Republic of Congo. And do remember that if you see a coin that you're like, man, I really want that, or maybe you have it in your collection, you want to know more about it, I've done in-depth videos on almost every single coin in my collection, so I challenge you to check those out. Here we have a Liopleurodon, which is a short-necked plesiosaur. There's a awesome another species right here, which is an ichthyosaur, I believe. Not sure what that is, maybe a squid. But he's out there sampling the food court of his period a long time ago. Very scary creature. You did not want to be at the beach when these things were around. Believe it or not, that is actually a reptile. It breathes air. And the last coin from the Democratic Republic of Congo. We notice that this background is a little bit different here. Still beautiful. This is the shoebill stork or crane. And interesting about this bird is around today. It basically will eat anything that fits in its mouth. It is a tall bird. I believe it sits at around 5 feet whenever it is fully grown. But it is also a bird that is basically unchanged with the exception of size from the dinosaur period. They would have had a 10-foot version of this back then. The only thing that has changed over time seems to be its size. Really, really cool bird. It makes a machine gun sound with its beak, if you've ever heard it. It's really interesting. So that is the showing from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The next nation we're going to go to is Chad. Completely different area of Africa. So as you can see, we also have a completely different coat of arms. I believe this banding here is in relation to a lake or a river, but I cannot remember. We have a goat and I believe a lion over here. And this comes from their Celtic series. This is a very low mintage series that happened, I want to say around 2019, but this is a Celtic deer, and this is something that they are known for, at least they were, where they would take animals from around the world and put patterns that are regionally specific and superimpose them onto the animal. And so here we have the Irish red stag or deer with a Celtic look to it. Really cool one there. Another from Chad. I believe this is from the same series. Yes, this is the horse. I think they're 5,000 minted in this series. So we have the horse here. Same idea, Celtic look. Really cool, unique series there. Of course, another from Chad. I did have more, but I have sold a few of them through the years to people like you, my viewers. This is a mandala print, a print that's found more along the Middle East and Asia, but it's on a warthog here. I did have a mandala crocodile at one point. This is a really, really cool coin, the only coin I think I have seen to host a warthog. Let's go to a very unique nation, a nation not known for its bullion, probably for good reason, and that's because it happens to be one of the poorest nations on Earth. So if you want to move to a place where your dollar goes far, look no further than the Republic of Burundi, where if I go over there and I want to, let's say, pull out, I don't know, $500 and turn it into their currency so that I can walk the streets, they will actually not even be able to cash that check, as it were, to transfer it over. You have to go into small amounts because the dollar is so valuable compared to their currency. But that's neither here nor there. This is a really cool older bullion coin. We see the lion there. And here we have the background of the reverse, the African lion, which makes sense. We have the male here and the female, or lioness as they call it. Looks like probably an acacia tree in the back. Gorgeous, gorgeous vintage 2016 bullion coin from the nation of Burundi. Next, we will go to the west side of Africa, the Republic of Cameroon. This is something minted by the Scottsdale Mint. Gorgeous little series that they make. We have the cheetah. Absolutely cool. You see the stars in the back. We have, of course, the cheetah in full sprint, and I want to say their flag has a star as well. I cannot remember off the top of my head. I know Ghana right next to it does. and they're known as the Black Stars when they play soccer and stuff, but I want to say that the Cameroon flag has a yellow or red star, but I cannot remember. But really cool. Little piece here, we see the axes and the fasces. If you look on the back of our dimes, we have the same thing, the bundle of sticks bound with an X. That is an old school symbol for peace. You would offer that whenever you wanted to negotiate or trade or that type of thing. It's a peace symbol. I don't remember where it goes back from though. Alright, next, same nation, Republic of Cameroon. And if you like African silver and unique things, Cameroon is a nice place to look. Here we have the mandrill. We have a male mandrill right here. We have another mandrill here gazing in the distance, pondering over his life decisions, I'm sure. Really cool series from Cameroon. I absolutely love the diversity of coins that come from this nation. We're still here at Cameroon. And this is an interesting one. This is a piece of ancient Chinese art. It is the Imperial Dragon. There's a piece of art on a red, it almost looks like stone, where this exact image is that was found in China. And you might ask yourself, well, why is there an Imperial Red Dragon art in the middle of Africa? And I'm not sure you're prepared for that answer. I did this video probably in 2020, and the stuff that I was finding between the influence of China and Africa was something I wasn't prepared for. So if you are a political person or want to know about the geopolitics of Africa and China, that might be a video for you to watch, though some of the information might be outdated. Alright, and the last coin that I have currently from the Republic of Cameroon is another in the cheetah series here, sitting upon what looks to be either a rock or the sun itself. Very, very cool look there. The cheetah being my favorite of the big cats. Alright, let's go next to Somalia. Somalia being on the east side of the continent. Beautiful here. We have the leopards. If you don't know about the Somali flag, it is kind of a Columbia blue. It's that light blue and white. So this is a 2021, their most notable series, which they got in trouble for recently. This is the elephant. Beautiful series where the artwork changes every single year. But yes, they got in trouble, and it has to do with the way the orders and the money and a lot of things were going on with Somalia, and I believe the Germanium Mint, and it's a reason why a lot of mints right now have to have certain types of standards when it comes to making coins for nations. There was a big hoopla about it. If you want to know more about that, let me know in the comments below. But basically, that was a bad deal, but a really cool series. Another from Somalia, and I had more of those elephants, by the way, but viewers like you have won those over the years, so they've been in giveaways. We have another African wildlife series, this case being the leopard. Really cool piece there. Let's go next to what I consider to be my favorite nation when it comes to bullion in Africa, and that is Rwanda. Very unique. Right here we have the shields, we have the cog of industry, we have the Double Z basket here in the middle, which is interesting history. They have an ethnographic museum there in Rwanda, which talks about all the major tribes of Africa and how little things like the weave of a basket play a very important role in understanding their culture. But this is from Rwanda. This is their African Out series, where they have different animals here, this being the okapi, which was unknown to humans for some time, as they hide out here in the Congo jungle and are very, very reluctant to be seen. I've seen a couple in person. They are strange looking, but they are also beautiful at the same time. Look at the texture of Africa there. It is just gorgeous. Beautiful. Another from Rwanda. This is their nautical ounce. They have series where they go over boats from history. This one being, as you see, the Mayflower. So they have the Mayflower here, going through the Atlantic. I'm not sure if it's going away or to America, but obviously we know the history of this beautiful, beautiful boat. One of the coolest boats on a silver coin I have in my collection, and I have many. Beautiful there. Rwanda again. This is from their lunar series, and they have one of the most unique lunar series there is. You always know when it's a Rwanda lunar because it's this mosaic theme, this one being Year of the Tiger. You know, every single year I buy a lunar coin from a different place in the world. I have a couple from Rwanda. Beautiful piece there. Here we have, like we talked about, another African ounce. This one being a pelican right here. Gorgeous, gorgeous place. If you don't want to know where Rwanda is, it's kind of like in this area, I believe. But another beautiful, beautiful coin from a beautiful nation. They're doing very well over there in Rwanda. They have survived some of the most horrific things you could imagine, and here they are thriving. Here we have the lunar dragon, also in mosaic, as you can see. Beautiful piece. Gotta love Rwanda. Up next, let's go to the main dish. This is a Krugerrand. This is South Africa, one of the first and most impactful major world bullion coins. This one being a 2020, so obviously they came before that. But when we talk about, especially with gold, what the Rand Mint was doing down in South Africa, it really changed the game and opened the door to places like America, even with the American Silver Eagle. They killed it back then, and this is their standard. They also have down here in the prairie a couple of special security features, which I found under a microscope one time. And so if you want to know about those, go to my video over the Krugerrand and find out. But here he is right there, Paul Kruger. One of the most identifiable bullion coins in the entire world. Happens to have Mr. Kruger on it, who I believe was a part of the Boer Party, which there's a lot of hatred and controversy and division still to this day when it comes to the apartheid and all of the other things that were happening in South Africa. The scars have not healed yet. So if you know people in Pretoria or other parts of South Africa, send them a little prayer of healing. Next, let's go to the Republic of Sierra Leone. Very, very cool coat of arms, this. Gotta love that. This is a series that they did, I guess it was a few years, 2023, a few years back is where they started, where they go over many of the Egyptian themes they have there. So obviously we think of Egypt as North Africa. Sierra Leone isn't Egypt, but they decided that they were going to take this on because Egypt doesn't put out world bullion coins in the same fashion as some of these other African nations. But that's gorgeous. We obviously know that's King Tutankhamun. King Tut died at a very young age. Really legendary when it comes to his impact today. I don't know if it's mostly because of how we have built it up as explorers and excavators, historians, and all of the cool things we found. Whether he is, let's say, more important than Ramses or some of the other pharaohs that have come. But it is a very cool story and a very iconic piece from Sierra Leone. We'll go next here to the Republic of Equatorial Guinea. You don't see many of these, folks. Very low mintage and very, very cool theme about an animal that often is not put on bullion coins, this being the obverse. Gorgeous there. I want to say all of these are proof too. This is the giraffe. In this case, we have two of them. Gorgeous animal. Gotta love that. Very closely related to that okapi that you just saw. Love that one. We go now to Ghana. As you can see, we have Ghana, the rosettes, and give you a hint about what this is. Republic of Ghana. We have the African leopard that has those same rosettes, not to be confused with a cheetah, which has spots. These actually have little areas where the black and the goldish brown color meet. Gorgeous coin there from Ghana. Another in the series. This is an older one actually. This was the first one from Ghana that I ever received. We have the same rosette background. And I think today they have removed the queen from their coinage and put their own coat of arms, but I can be wrong on that. Here we have the African lion, this one being, leopard. This one being a leopard coming out of what looks to be the nation of Africa. We have obviously your currents and stuff going on here. Really cool design. I want to say this is one of the first in that series. Last we go to Republic of Congo, which yes, we've already had Congo, but it wasn't this Congo. That was the Democratic Republic of Congo. This is just Republic. They are right next to each other, separated by a river. Obviously we have a different coat of arms as we have the elephants here holding up the shield. And this is the silverback. This is a very, very loved series. The artwork changes every year. I thought this one was unique and I picked it up. It was more geographic, as you can see. A bunch of polygon type shapes rather than the traditional classical designs that they do where they have realism with their gorillas. So very, very cool coins here. So now I have to choose my top 3, which is going to be rather hard because Africa has so many amazing coins, some of which are standards of the world and some which are more unknown. So when it comes to me, I have to choose one of them as the Krugerrand. So that will be one of our champions. Its global dominance, its ability to be seen around the world and they know what it is, its impact on the history of bullion, that's got to be one of them. That is the Brazil of soccer. This is one of those coins, right? It just is a world standard. Up next, I think I'm going to have to go with a Rwanda Lunar Series, and that's because they are so identifiable. We know that the Lunar Series in bullion is one of the biggest world series there is. So let's go with the Lunar Dragon here. So now we have the Krugerrand and the Lunar Dragon, and we get to choose one more coin. I've got to think about what exactly I want to do. Go over them one more time in my brain. And I think, though there is some controversy here, I think this is probably what warrants that third spot. The Somalia elephant. So those will be our 3 champions here. You have the Krugerrand, the Lunar Dragon of Rwanda, and we have the Somali elephant. So let me know in the comments below which one you vote for, which one will carry on to defend the honor of Africa on the elimination stage. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, please remember to stay classy and current with the culture of currency.